Okay, my friends, so the first thing we have to do is we got to take a look at this data. We got to see if it's actually linearly behaving. It's really hard to see in a table like this what's going on. I mean, I can't visualize these differences, especially down to the 1/10 of an inch or 100th of an inch. So we're going to insert a scatter plot. This is using Excel, whatever version of Excel I have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all the data. And then once I've highlighted it all, I'm going to go up to Insert, and then I'm going to come over here to Scatterplot, which is this little dude right here. And the first choice is, generally speaking, the easiest one to use. Yeah, I'm just going to drop that in right there. Okay, now let's make sure we know what we're looking at here. If you've taken Math 98 or Math 105 or even some other classes before Stat 243, you've probably seen these before. But in case you haven't, let's just, again, a quick little review. Each of these points represents 2 data points. So that one right there, this is the point 24.5, 17.1. Now, if you look up at the screen up here, that's this data point right here. So it's got the height value of 24.5 inches and a head girth value of 17.1 inches. This one right here looks like it has a height value of 25 and a head girth value of 16.9. Where's that one? 25, 16. Oh, it's right here. It's right there. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is I want to add some labels to this scatter plot because there are 2 variables now. It's a little bit trickier to know which axis we're looking at, especially now because the numbers are so close to each other. So I'm going to come up to my little dispensary sign here, and I'm going to add axis titles. Now when I click that, you'll notice that we get axis title, axis title. I'm going to put a chart title in a second too. I'm going to go axis title. So it looks like what is across the bottom is the height in inches of this kiddo. The height in inches of this kiddo. Beautiful. And then on the vertical up here, this is the head girth. Head girth, also in inches of this kiddo. I've never been a huge fan of that text being that way. I'm going to right click on it, format the axis title. I think it's under text options. Yeah, this is it. It hurts my head to look at that. Sorry. If you're okay with it, that's totally fine. I'd much rather have the things reading left to right instead of down to up. Okay, and then here in the chart title, I'm going to put relationship between infant height and infant head girth. Make sure I spelled all those things right, which I sure didn't. There we go. Okay, and that's good. And you can have all kinds of fun with this. You can add background color. You can change the labeling on the axes. Some folks don't like these to start at anything other than 0, so you can change these to 0s if you want. I, personally speaking, am not a huge fan of doing that. You're about to see why. It scrunches all your data into one little area like that. I mean, it's actually more mathematically correct, but it's also extraordinarily hard to look at. So I'm just going to leave it the way it was, even though it's not mathematically correct. It might be statistically helpful because now, and you'll read as we go on, the pediatrician can look at this and go, okay, I can actually see kind of a line through this. It looks like there's, this one here is a little bit low, but I don't think it's ridiculously low compared to the rest. That would be what I consider like a natural variation in this. So she's looking at this and she's going, man, as my eyes are going left to right, it sure looks like these data are heading up. So as the height increases, so does the head girth. All right, let's move on.